submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, oh, how you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining. But my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you.
It's your joy.
It is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, you know? So know what that means. And that works for us because he wants what I have to offer.
What are you getting from all that you're giving? What are you asking for in return?
Cam Newton girlfriend.
What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What's going on with you? It's your boy B. Foster. Brian Foster's in the building. Welcome to another episode of the Inner Zone Podcast. It's your man 50 Grand. And your girl with the twirl. What's going on, Sean? I don't know. You got a little fan, you got your little Bo Derek braids going on and shit.
I'm trying to kick it up a notch for the summer, you know.
We gonna talk about that.
I'm a little bronze.
You got your little bronze on.
Braids.
Look at you. Breasts is all out.
Yeah. Don't you change that camera angle.
Breasts is all out. Look. Y'all see?
I dress a little sexy for the show. All of a sudden, the camera angle starts changing. I'm like,
look. Now you motherfuckers wish y'all had played that dating game we was trying to play. See?
They know I'm fine. They already knew I was fine. They didn't need me to do this for them to know I was fine.
Salute to them and you.
She's looking nice. See, somebody new. Thank you. I can't see who that is from here, but
she is looking nice. You had to read it the way he said it. She is looking nice.
That's how you said it?
Jay, that's how you said it. I heard your voice, brother. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode. As I said, it's a Wednesday. It's a rarity for us that we don't have. There's no guest. It's just gonna be me and Sean hold it down today.
And we don't have no topics.
Talking about a multitude of things. Mm-hmm. In full transparency, we both had a lot of 4th of Julying. So we're not as prepared as hey Sam as we usually are, but those actually make for the best episodes. So we got a sketch outline of what we're gonna talk about, and then we're gonna dive into a couple other things. But let's start out with the video. Because we just played it, so we got to lead in with that.
Okay.
So you guys might have heard and or seen this video with who the fuck is that? Jasmine Sullivan? What's this motherfucking name?
Brown.
Jasmine Brown.
She is a comedian, from what I understand, and a Instagram model. She's a very beautiful woman.
She fine for sure.
And I think that's part of why y'all didn't really actually hear what she said, but that's fine.
I only had the audio on when I was.
Did you actually listen to the podcast?
On the way over.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I listened to about 30 minutes of it.
Okay.
I didn't get to the back end, but I think I got the gist. Okay. So you saw the whole thing. Kind of set the tale for us.
I'm not. So, oh God, I feel like.
What up, Lawrence?
So the short and long of it, right, is that Jasmine is speculated to be dating Cam Newton, which is a problematic in and of itself, but that's not.
I heard they broke up. That's still a current thing.
I don't know.
Okay, all right, never mind.
That's the last time I heard.
Gotcha.
So, and she discusses how she's submissive to her man, which includes packing his bag, healing him from whatever hurt he's experienced before her.
You jumped around a lot of shit before she got to the healing. She said quite a few things before she got to that
piece.
place.
She also said that no, she didn't say it in this clip, but I watched the whole thing. She also talked about sexually she does things that she doesn't really enjoy, like anal.
She did say that.
She did say that. She also, what else did she say?
She
also said she likes cooking for him. She loves that he eats her meals. It makes her all of these things that she quantifies as submissiveness bring her joy.
And I think that's the key point. Let's start there. what she quantifies or qualifies as
Yes.
submissiveness.
Yes.
Because I think that's different for everybody. But her major premise that I heard was that her mission in life is to make her man happy. And sometimes she subjugates her own happiness to make him happy because that makes her happy. That's what I gathered from what she was saying.
Now, let's just take what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
She sacrificed
What up, Herb? What up,
her
E. Tillman?
happiness
Mm-hmm.
in order to make him happy.
And that makes her happy.
Does it?
That's what she said. I'm only telling you what the woman said.
Does it though? We say a lot of things. I'm sure when she's getting that anal, which she does enjoy, she's like, "Ooh, daddy, that feels good."
She did
That's
say she
a whole
likes
big lie.
She did say she likes a finger in the butt.
She also said she creamed.
And she
at
creamed
one
one
time
time with it.
out of how many where she did not enjoy it.
Okay.
So my point is,
What's your point?
we say a lot of things in relationships that sound good
Okay.
that aren't true. And the you know what really struck me was the vast difference between how men heard it and how women heard it. And I'm just talking about the clip. And I actually went and saw the entire hour-long podcast.
I listened
right?
to most of it. Half of it.
And I'm reading the comments. Women, all the alarms going off, like alarm, 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 abort mission. This is not love. That's not caring. That's not it, girl. And not from a place like you can't pack that nigga's bag. Like, I've packed my man's bag. I've cooked for my man. These are not like,
You scratched a man's back till he fell asleep
no,
every night?
I'm not doing that. That's another part. You scratching that nigga's back till he go to sleep.
What's wrong with that?
And
A
you
little
sit
soothing?
and wait for his sound to
That's
go
right.
he's asleep.
So you know he's asleep.
What kind of psycho
So you know you have
shit is
taken
that?
care of your man for the day. He is now done for the day.
By
And you have
laying
done your
there,
job.
Scratching his back
He needs that to go to sleep,
till
maybe.
he go to sleep.
What's wrong with a little tenderness? Little tenderness. Maybe some more of y'all should be scratching some backs up in there.
Is that what y'all want though?
Fuck yeah.
You wait a minute. All right, I want the men in the comments to reply. You want a bitch? Excuse me, let me try. again.
See how women
want
play each other when they
ladies-
don't even agree with each other about how they treat us?
Want a woman to scratch your back?
If that's my thing. Maybe
I'm asking
maybe
you
it's
though.
rubbing my bald head.
Till you go to sleep.
Maybe it's patting my booty. I don't know what it is. But yes, if that's the comfort that she wants to give me until my eyes have rested from the heavy burden of wearing the crown all day, absolutely.
Crown.
I'm a king, baby.
So Grand Rising King. Is that what we?
Whatever you wanna call it.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Definitely.
Y'all look full of shit. All of y'all, every single last one.
That's right. That's right. What's wrong with
nothing.
that?
Let me be
Here's
clear.
here's where it gets problematic.
Oh, you did hear some red flags. Okay.
No. With this scenario,
Okay.
if she's not doing none of that, and she's sitting up here looking at me like this, and I roll up like, "What you doing?" Just looking at you, breathe. Now that's fucking scary. But if she's scratching my back, that's
But
love.
isn't
That's
she
love
basically
language.
doing that? She's scratching your back because she's sitting there
She's
waiting
comforting
for you
me.
to go to
She's
sleep.
comforting me to sleep after my hard day.
Of being a black man.
Of being a black man in this cruel, harsh white world. Absolutely.
Lord have mercy.
Absolutely.
But it again.
Thank you, Queen.
Let's look at the difference in how men responded and how women responded. Men are like, yes, please heal me from my brokenness from my childhood. For me, it's playing with my balls, and yes, absolutely, my partner does it.
To each his own, brother.
I mean, fine.
Whatever comforts you.
But to you, first of all, Herb, if somebody's playing with your balls, I highly doubt your ass is going to sleep after that. Maybe not right after that. Maybe after whatever activities happen after that. But
He didn't preface the order of events. He just
Okay,
said, okay, all right. Let's not do that.
It's just the stark difference. Men are like, yes, save her, protect her at all costs. And all the women were like, no, abort mission, save her. She is under duress. What is happening here?
I'm glad you are pointing out that difference.
Yes.
Maybe you all should be listening to her and us as opposed to looking for red flags in this scenario.
Or perhaps you all should actually listen to her.
I heard her.
Because I was listening to her like...
I heard her. I heard everything she said.
Did you hear the part when she talked about what he offers her and she him and hard?
Yeah.
She was like, wait, let me catch everybody up. So at one point, the host asked Jasmine, like, how would she grade herself as a partner? And she was like, oh, I'm an A+. 1,000%. Hands down. My man loves it. I'm with the shits. She was like, oh, well, what would you grade your man? She was like, I'd give him an A. Yeah, sure, for sure. I was
Okay,
like,
she had to contemplate it for a little bit.
She had to she had to think about it.
Isn't that the nature of the beast, though? If
No.
you ask me how I am in a relationship, I'm gonna say I'm a fucking star.
No, if I am taken care of in my relationship, even if I'm not taken care of in a relationship, I will lie. I'd be like, that nigga's the
he's
bomb.
right. She was trying to be honest in her assessment.
Then she should have gave that nigga a seat
So
like he
let's-
deserved.
Oh, you don't know what he deserves. You ain't with
It's
him.
fucking Cam Newton.
But
He's
it-
absolutely, that's high for him, quite frankly.
Newton wears nice hats. All right, so let me hold on, but let's not focus on her.
Okay.
I want to focus on the whole topic of submission. Mm-hmm. And I think here's where I think this goes left.
Okay.
I think people take the word submission and it has such a negative connotation, and it really doesn't have to. So
Okay.
submission doesn't have to be a I kowtow to every whim and desire you have, and I subjugate all mine to the back, and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
What I would hope submission means to everybody is my desires and my wants are sub to yours, but you're doing the same in return.
Yes, I
So
agree.
if it's reciprocal, you're taking care of me 100%, and I'm taking care of you 100%, then there ain't no problem. No harm, no foul.
But you do notice we don't talk about men submissing, right?
I was just about to say,
Oh, okay.
the problem lies in that mostly when submission is used in the regard of, I'll even say control as opposed to submission, controlling a woman, or having a woman be the subservient one.
Yes,
And that's problematic.
I agree. Because if I'm being totally transparent with men,
But it starts with y'all being submissive, though.
when men, wait, huh? No,
It starts.
no.
That's where it's got to start with you all.
No, it has to start with you all. The environment must be created. Like, take me for example, right?
Keep going.
I'm not an alpha by no stretch of the imagination.
Oh, we're going to talk about this whole alpha beta shit, too.
But but I am a very strong-willed person, right? I have my thoughts. I will tell you what they are, and we're gonna execute them till they get done, right? But if I am comfortable in a relationship, if I feel fully seen and fully trust you, and I know you won't do shit, I'll do almost whatever the fuck you want to do. I will cook your shit. I will suck your dick. I will do handstand, like whatever the fuck we trying to do, it's going and popping.
Wait, you got 100% trust me to suck my dick?
No, all of it.
All right, I'm just asking.
No, I do kind of need to trust you to suck your dick. I don't know
I said 100% trust me.
what's the percentage that's okay for me to suck your dick. 30%.
You know I wash it every day, and it doesn't look disgusting when you pull it out. No, not good enough. No.
So no lint. As long as it's no lint.
I mean, no visible herpes scars. I mean, it looks to be a working order.
The bar is so low. The barman is super low, clearly, for y'all to get some head.
Sorry, I'm just asking.
But no, I firmly believe, and I was actually having a conversation with Mila earlier today. Well, that was really her point, right? Like she really teaches about submissive and dominant and blah blah blah, and that was her thing. Like the environment has to be created in order for the woman to want or feel like submissing. So if the woman isn't submissing, and I'm not saying that it's all your fault, men, but there's definitely something to look at if she's not submitting the way you need her to. And are you communicating what submission looks like for you? Because for Jasmine, it's, packing bags and rubbing back till they go to sleep. For Herb, it's clearly playing with his balls. For you, it's rubbing your head. Like, are you communicating what submission looks like?
A lot to unpack there.
Yes.
Let me start at the beginning.
Go.
I disagree that we start the setting of the tone.
How?
You all start the setting of the tone. Let me tell you how.
Go for it.
Having a conversation with a friend,
Okay.
because they knew we were having this conversation today.
Okay.
She's like, it's actually two of us. We were all on the phone. It was me, another guy, and a young lady.
Okay.
And the other young man that was on the phone was saying that submission starts from the beginning in a relationship from the woman. And she was like, no, that's bullshit. Why would I do that?
Right.
And his point was, you're setting that. So if I'm getting kickback from you from the jump. So the example was a young man asked her out. He said, hey, you want to go to this comedy club? It's near your house because I know you're probably uncomfortable with me picking you up or seeing your house, like safety, get that. I'm trying to make it convenient for you. I want to do something different, blah, 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 blah. As opposed to saying, that's awesome. I'll see you there. It's where? Let Let me see the flyer. I don't know. It look kind of small. Where's it at? Cal City.
What?
Wait a minute. Hold
Okay,
on.
go for it.
So even if you had those concerns, I told her, I said, there's a way to frame that. Say, you know what? I really appreciate you, that thought, you making the effort, but it is still, I'm still a little worried about COVID. The place looks a little small. They don't really have a mask like rule. You know, and while I appreciate it being close to my house, I like to get out of my area when I'm going out. I like to kind of get outside of my, you know, whatever block radius. So would you mind if maybe perhaps we went to this spot instead? You know, I really do thank you for thinking of it, but would this be okay? Even in that pushback, there was submission there, right? As opposed to, well, nah, fuck that.
I don't think what you're describing, the second part, not the first part. The first part was a little ridiculous. I don't consider that second part submission. I consider that somebody who's able to negotiate.
Whatever the case may be, what I'm saying is she's now set the tone where she didn't completely take this man's power away, right? She didn't completely shit on his idea, suggestion. She gave him rational reasons why. She thanked him for his thought process, offered an alternative suggestion, which then empowers him to say, that's cool. I think that's a great idea. How about this, that, and the other? And he could pick that ball up and run from there, right?
Fair.
That's a little bit of submission as opposed to saying, no, I don't like that.
I don't agree.
Let's do this.
I don't agree that that's submission.
That
I
is.
think that is a negotiation.
Which
I guess submission and dominance is a bit of a
There's no negotiation if you're submissive.
There's a negotiation.
I mean, so if you're going to negotiate, just submitting a little bit and having that conversation. So my point is this. I use that example to say, if you all are going to, if the beginning of the relationship starts with kickback from the jump, or the relationship starts with, I can take care of myself, I can do my own thing. Do we
really just be going off on the do we really?
Sometimes.
Lord.
If that's where it jumps, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's where I'm gonna leave you.
Submission is negotiate. I completely agree.
Yeah. So that's where I'm gonna leave you. But if that's the tone you set in the beginning, and that's the tone where it winds up in the middle, and now you say, well, I want a man to blah blah. I couldn't tell because you wouldn't let me be that man fucking 2 months ago.
Well, what if? Wait a minute. Now, who you are 2 months ago in a relationship is not the same people you are.
But you set the tone up front. I'm trying to set the tone. If you push back, cool.
So are you saying that women really are the dominance in relationships? Is that what I'm hearing?
What I'm saying is,
that's what I'm getting.
At the end of the day, y'all run the show.
That's what
y'all
I'm saying.
just let us think we run the show.
This is what I'm asking.
And I'm fine with admitting that.
Huh. Okay.
Just like y'all control.
Do you men agree with
y'all
that?
Control sex.
Well, yes, we control sex.
Which is running the fucking show. Because everything we
the only show? Is that it? It's just sex?
That's the main act.
Nothing else?
That's the main act.
That's the main act?
If we are at motherfucking the taste stage.
That's Frankie Beverly and
Frankie Beverly Mays over there, and then you got me with a banjo over here on C. I'm telling you right now what everybody's going to see, all right? Sex is the main stage.
That is so sad.
Now,
what happens when your dick don't work no more?
Sex is still the main
what?
stage.
Wait a minute. How is it still the main stage when your penis doesn't work anymore?
That's why they got blue pills.
This is so sad. This entire conversation.
Now, I'm not saying
so super sad.
I'm not saying that other things aren't important or that other things don't sometimes take center stage. What I am saying is that at the end of the day, you all really, even if it's not about the sex, right? I would argue that men are built, people will say women are built to be pleasers, which I don't disagree with, right? Mothering, nurturing, all that good.
I've actually come over to the side of this argument.
That what?
That men are pleasers.
Men are pleasers.
When it came up, I was like, no. And then I really thought about it.
Men are pleasers. No. We are.
You all will do.
Often we just trying to please ourselves.
Whatever.
True.
But if women are good communicators, right, which is always a work in progress, you guys will do exactly what we tell you to do because you are really, the carrot is y'all nut. So if we tell you you need to rub my titty for 10 minutes in order to get your nut, guess what you go sit and do? Rub that titty for 10 minutes.
Maybe 12. Whatever needs to be done.
True.
We are fixers. That's exactly right. So to circle back, what I'm saying is I say you all set the stage, and then we can only be as dominant as you allow us to be.
This is also, I agree.
Now, what I also will say to my fellas is, though, you want all this dominance and you want all this submission and you want to be the man and the king of your castle and all that, then you got to step up and handle it correctly. Because a woman's not going to submit to you if your shit not tight. Why would she?
I agree.
If your finances out of whack, why is she letting y'all run a checkbook?
True.
If you know, if
you can't complete a task, why would I trust that you
why
can
would I?
do shit?
Why?
If I have to come to you 15 times for you to take out the garbage, and this is low level, but if I have to come out to you 15 times to take out the garbage, then guess what? I'm going to be like, this nigga can't. I'm not going to trust you to take out the garbage. Not without me nagging you.
I will push back on that.
No, you're not.
I will
'Cause that's the truth. I bet you if Allison was here, she'd be like, you damn right.
Oh, yeah. And this is why I'm pushing back, just in case she watching. So, you can't come to me every 2 minutes, and I done said I'm going to do it.
First of all,
that's what y'all do.
Be transparent. If she's not coming to you every 2 minutes, she probably came to you 3 days later after
It's
she
not
said
3
it
days later.
initially. She's
It's not
coming
3
back,
days later.
She's not coming back an hour later.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Because I didn't move the moment you wanted me to move. You wanted,
Well,
here's
why
what women
didn't
do.
you?
Well, exactly. Women want shit done when women want shit done, like in that moment. Hey, man.
He said, damn, the garbage, what kind of dudes? As you're seeing, this is a thing.
It's what I'm saying is, I'm going to take the garbage out. Can it wait till halftime?
Why don't you say that?
I do.
Here's where the communication comes in. I'll take it out at halftime, honey.
Why can't you take it out right now? That's what TiVo is for. Hit pause.
She got a
The
point.
garbage stinks. Blah, blah, blah. God damn, halftime in 10 minutes.
She got a point.
She got a point. Look at that. Exactly my point. Women want what they want when they want it. So even when,
God, everybody does.
even when
Y'all want head when y'all want when y'all want it.
men are far more likely to compromise and not stress about the little things
Okay.
that you all stress out. So here's what happens. You all stress about these little things that then snowball into bigger things, right? And then it's like, well, I couldn't, the stupid shit you just said. I could trust you to take out the garbage. How can I trust you to get the alternator fixed? What the how does that translate?
No, but it's just not that, right? If you're not keeping your word about taking out the trash, right? You're probably not keeping your word in other arenas. It's not just one place where you're just like, I'll do it and then don't. There's like probably 14 things where she's like, can you do this? And you're like, yeah, I'll do it. And then like 2 days later, it still ain't done. So let's not play this game like it's just the garbage. It's 15, 16 other things you ain't fucking did. And now we've gotten all these little things that have now snowballed to a giant thing. And then y'all like, why you tripping over garbage? Nigga, because you don't do shit I say. Fuck. Now argue that.
You got a point there.
Yeah, okay.
You got a
then.
point there.
Thank you.
You got a point there. I will never argue just to argue. Yes, I will, but not today. I'm not. Let me take a little more
But
sip.
that's the truth. But it's the truth. Like it, and it may be a bunch of little things, right? And I said this on a previous podcast. Like little things grow into big things.
Sure.
And if you let these little
If they
things
fester,
then yeah, you're gonna have a big problem afterwards, and you will be getting divorced because your ass don't take out the fucking garbage.
but here's why I want you to take a step back and listen to what you just said. It's a whole bunch of little things that turn into a big thing.
They turn to a big thing.
I need you to dissect and compartmentalize.
Ooh, that boy in education popped out.
Yeah, it did. Thank you. Remember what the real deal is, right? So the big picture is great, right? We doing well. We mostly in love because everybody ain't love all damn time. I like you. I love you all the time. I don't like your ass all the time.
God.
That's facts. That's a relationship. Then you got all these little nitpicks. And you so focused on the little nitpicks that you missing the big picture.
But clearly, those little things are not little to them. It would be quick. Like to me, head. I realize what I'm about to say is about to start a fire, but it's fine. In the grand scheme, head is not that big of a fucking deal. It's not. For men or women, it's not that big of a fucking deal. However, if a woman is sucking your dick twice a year, guess what? That's gonna become a big fucking deal. But if she's fucking you, because you're still getting a nut, right? You still getting a nut.
What's your point?
Why are you rolling up?
Because now the show just got real. Let's go. No. I'm keep going. You on fire right now.
Like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's not.
Unless.
But you will get a divorce if that bitch not sucking your dick.
Unless you've made it that big of a deal some kind of way.
No woman is making head a big deal.
No. Make for her.
Period. she's like, either she doing it or she not, and that's just the truth.
No, I mean, but if it's a big deal for you and she not doing it, either she wasn't doing it from jumping, you knew better, or you did something to fuck that up, and now you not getting your dick sucked.
What you mean, Herb? You had it out. It's the truth. Head is not that big of a deal.
You wait. Hold on. Maybe I misunderstood what you said. Are you saying it's not that big of a deal to receive, or that big of a deal to give?
It's not that big of a deal. Period.
I'm being very specific in this question. It's not that big of a deal to give.
Period. Both receiving and giving. It ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, I rolled my sleeve up at the right time because you on
It's
some.
not that big of a deal.
You on some bullshit. It is that big of a deal.
What did he say? Shontelle, really looking good today. Oh, thank you, boo.
Who was that?
The same person who said it. Thank
Jay,
you.
this is not. You had your chance with a dating show, nigga.
No, the options are not open. My DMs are open. Thank you.
So hold on.
Shontelle Watson. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Jesus Christ. So, all right, hold on. Back it up. Back it
not
up.
a big deal.
I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna completely leave that off the topic.
Well,
let's
Herb
go
isn't
back.
now exited because I said
I heard I hear you. Jesus Christ. So,
Yes.
back to the topic at hand.
What topic is that?
Submission.
Okay.
What do you consider submission?
Oh, dear God. So, in a conversation with me, because we had a whole giant conversation about it, and what she said made a lot of sense to me. It's really being of service, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about, a lot of times when men talk about submission, they talk about, you need to shut the fuck up and suck my dick. Those are really like the pillars of submission if I talk to a man. But what she's saying is, I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's
a broad brush you just pulled up.
And suck my dick. Like that's submission.
I mean, you can't really talk about niggas in your mouth anyway, so that's really kind of redundant. But go ahead. I digress.
But what she says is that it has to be of service, right? And of service means so many things to so many people, right? Because if you think about relationships where somebody was, calling you at work and being like, oh, I just thought about you. Just want to make sure things were okay. That's
I'm listening to everything you're saying.
Says that?
But everybody's saying the head is. It's not that big of a deal.
Big of a deal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you willing to get divorced over some head? Apparently so.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes Shontelle got her vacation hair.
Head is.
I do. I'm not going on vacation though, but I do. Head is a giant deal.
Thank you, Michelle. Class of '90. Let's do it.
Is everybody willing to get divorced over some head though?
Head is the
Look, I like head.
precursor.
Let me be clear.
Head is the precursor to deeper issues.
What?
It's a deeper issue. If you're not servicing your partner, there's something.
But what if you service them in other ways? What if you give them handies? What if you lick their balls? What if you lick their ass if they like it?
Then why are we avoiding head?
Because that's not their thing.
That's just not their jam.
That's not their jam.
We wouldn't be married.
I just don't think it's that big of a deal, quite frankly.
In the grand scheme of things.
Apparently, Herb is getting an immediate
Look, Herb is done.
But how do you even get married is the question. Because she probably wasn't doing it before you got married.
I know some motherfuckers that quit on
Maybe
you.
not before, but definitely.
But that's right. Little no, Shelly.
Wow.
If you ain't eating it, somebody else is. That restaurant will not go on.
You can do that for anything, though.
Yes.
If you're not taking out the garbage, somebody else will. If you don't take me out on a date, somebody else will.
Shit.
If you don't flirt with me, somebody else
will. Hold on. If I don't take it, some other nigga come take out the garbage, sign me up for that. Whoever that nigga. Whoever's out there watching that want to come and take the garbage out of my wife, come on.
But back to the question, what is submission? It's an act of service. Now, where it gets murky is because acts of service means different things to different people.
Right.
Like my act of service is, like when I was with my daughter's father, apparently my skin looks really good because now I'm getting text messages about it. For my act of service
Thirsties.
What can I say? Like I would work on our finances. I would help him financially plan. I would talk to him about his business and whatever ideas that he needed to come up with. I would wash his clothes. I love washing clothes. I love folding clothes. I know it's weird, but that's my thing. I do that for him. Like, I would help him try to figure out his wardrobe because his wardrobe was terrible. Shout out to Ron. So, I mean, that's acts of service for me.
Wait.
He did dress pretty.
But you can't
He was the cargo pants, cargo shorts.
You can't shout him out after you just did
He always in the goddamn comments.
That's not a shout out,
though.
Know who he is. You shout him out after you say something nice, not after you diss him. This is how a shout out works.
What I'm saying is that's my act of service. Now,
were those acts of service to him?
Now, there's the question. No. Now there's where the disconnect because
There's where the disconnect
where we
comes in.
all get fucked up because me providing service for him was not the things he valued. What he wanted was the traditional shit, like you cook, you clean, you this, you that.
That's submission.
No.
That is.
I mean, yes, for him it is.
You doing the shit you like ain't submission.
But, okay, you just had a whole diatribe about, like, you getting upset about these small things. Why can't we look at the things somebody is providing for you and saying, while she may not, like, pack my bag or rub my back till I fall asleep, she does compensate in other areas that I do need support in. Maybe I need to recalibrate how I see submission.
Did he feel he needed support in those, or did you feel he needed support in those?
He knew fucking well he needed support in those because he took all the help I provided.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna take it. But did I think I needed it? If you walk in the door right now and put a bag with $10,000 right here, I don't really need it, but I'll take the shit.
Okay, then what's the problem?
The problem is if you walk in the door with $1 million, I need that shit.
You don't need nobody needs $1 million.
I need a fucking $1 million.
Nobody needs $1 million.
I need closer to 8, but that's a whole nother conversation. So
look, shout out to HT23.
HT23, baby. Glad you knew what something. So my point is, you doing the things that are helpful that you think are helpful is not submission because you wanted to do that anyway. Submission is doing the things you're not necessarily wanting or even sometimes comfortable with to make that person happy.
So let me get this straight. I'm gonna let you fail at your business.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying do that plus.
But I'm just saying, I let you fail it because maybe it's an either or, right? Let's just say it's an either or.
Let's say it's either or.
Either I am helping you with your finances, I'm helping you dress better, I'm making sure your clothes
He was
clean,
fine with the way he dressed.
and I'm helping you with your business be successful.
He wore clean clothes before you.
However,
he wore clean clothes before you wore
his
stuff.
preference is that I cook and suck his dick. Like, to me, it seems odd that instead of the stuff that's actually pushing you forward that I'm servicing you with, you rather have the shit that keeps you stagnant.
Maybe if you cooked and clean my pipes.
He's the chef.
You said cooked. I'm just giving you the example you gave me. Maybe if you cooked and cleaned my pipes on a regular, my mind could be focused on that business plan, and I could make that shit work. Maybe if you cooked the way I wanted you to and clean my pipes on a regular, I'd say
hear how stupid this is.
There's a lot of residual nut on my drawers. I'm gonna wash clothes more often.
I'm just saying how dumb this sounds.
What I'm saying is, it's not an either or though. That's my point. You're making it an either or. It's not. It's a either and.
But I mean, wait a minute. Because men are only going to service you in ways that they feel like you need to be serviced. You're not going to just do everything a woman wants to do. You just sat here and talk and complained about fucking garbage. But your wife wants you to do that.
No, I didn't complain about the garbage. I'm complaining about her complaining about the garbage. That's a totally different conversation.
My point is, people provide a service, male or female.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it for the person receiving the service, right? You're the person in power to say, they're doing these things for me. And the things that I'm really asking for really that important when they're doing these 15 other things that maybe I didn't ask for, but I most certainly need.
Yes.
And are important.
Yes.
So I still gotta cook and clean and.
Yes, that's what I need.
But sometimes
you are helping me with things I might or may not think I need help with, but I'm telling you this is what I'm looking for. I'm telling you this is what I'm desiring. I'm telling you where I want you to kick in, and you not doing it. That's the exact opposite of submission. And how is that working out for your relationship?
You have to love and serve people the way they want things. Yes.
Not the way you want to.
No.
Exactly.
But what I would say is, this is what I would say, right? Because people are people, right? There are just certain things I'm going to be good at, and there are going to be certain things I'm not good at.
Fair.
So maybe we need to evaluate if the service I'm providing isn't the service that you want. Perhaps we need to reevaluate the relationship.
Perhaps.
That's just my thought.
If you're unwilling to do those things, then you're probably not the person for me.
That's probably a safe bet.
So again,
head wins.
Head wins every day. So my point again is, in your relationships, you're just not going to be submissive.
I just told you I was submissive.
Now, no. You told me you told me you did the things you wanted to do because I enjoy fluffing laundry.
I do.
Okay,
well then that man don't want you fold his laundry. Shout out any man in the comments that's like, bitch, you go fucking wash these clothes and fold.
No, I don't want you touching I don't want you touching my shit.
That's because your ass is crazy. Now, if we go,
B just raised his hand too.
You don't want your wife folding and washing.
I don't want
no.
It doesn't matter. That's not important.
Okay, fair.
So if she never did it, it wouldn't even make
Wow.
It's
okay.
important to me that you don't touch my shit. I don't want my shit shrunk. I don't want my colors mixed. I'm just saying. So anyway.
All right. So, okay, fine. Clearly, I have submission fucked up, and apparently I'm not submissive, though I would argue.
But what I'm saying is, it's not submission if you want to do it.
It would still be submission if you want to do it.
It's not.
Because it's an act of service.
No. Sub means under, right? By the sheer root of the word,
Yes.
right? Missive is tied to mission.
I got all that.
You got all that, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're not placing your wants, needs, or thoughts or desires under mine if you're doing shit you want to do anyway. That's not under. That's equal.
So, in order for me to be submissive, let me make sure I'm hearing you
You
properly.
want me to pull up the word, the definition of submissive?
I already heard the podcast where somebody talked about that. I got all that.
What about
So-
head doctors?
What about head doctors?
What about head doctors? They really like giving head.
They do.
Yeah, but what else do they
Right.
provide?
But to his point of what he's saying, she really wants to give head, and you really want it. She is giving you what she wants by giving you what she wants.
But is that all you want, though?
Yes, she is. No, I'm not saying you're not receiving a service or a benefit, B. What I'm saying is if she's gleefully giving you head, that's not really that's not submission. That's equality. You want it, she want to. You want it, she want to give it. That's equal. Yeah,
Oh,
That's
so
equal.
wait, submission only lives in the space that I'm doing something I don't want to do?
sub. Yes, you have to subjugate yourself. That's the point. That's what submission is.
I'm starting to see why people are divorced.
That's what
it's all
submission
becoming
is.
clear to me. That they have to do something they don't want to do. in
That's
order to be
what
submissive.
submission is.
I don't agree with that.
What's the?
I don't.
Pull up the word. Pull up dictionary.
I
The word.
understand the definition, but if the only way that I can be submissive is to do shit I literally hate,
I didn't say hate. I
or
said don't want to
wanna
do.
or don't like to do.
I don't want to give up control. Let's say, I've been running my checkbook for 30 years. I've always taken care of myself, paid my bills. I've been good. Do I misstep here and there? Sure. I get with somebody that's an immaculate
Can
person
you
with
put
the.
Kiana Hughes's comment up?
That's immaculate with my
Okay.
money, right? I don't want to submit that power, but knowing that it's better for us, I do it. I didn't want to.
This is an interesting question. So you can't enjoy being submissive?
Thank you. Of course you
that's
can.
a question to you because you said I have to do something I don't like.
She
How
said.
can I
So a
enjoy
question to
doing
you
something I
is:
don't like?
we can't enjoy being submissive. Of course you can.
But if I'm doing something I don't like, I innately don't enjoy it.
Maybe you will then find out that you really didn't like it or don't dislike it
What's
as much
the
as you thought.
likelihood of that?
Very high.
It's very unlikely.
Very high.
It's not.
Very
What
high.
have you ever done that you didn't like, and after a while you were like, "Oh, I actually like
That wasn't so bad.
What was?
that's not so
give me
bad.
an example with that's happened to you.
Jogging.
You know what? I have the same example.
Thank you. Jogging.
Head could be considered submissive. I mean, I guess based on this definition, then head would be considered submitting because women could take it or leave it. I mean, some women do.
Whoa!
enjoy it, some
Don't speak for all women, because women in this chat will tell you otherwise. Do not speak for all
No,
women.
giving it. They,
Giving
they're
it.
kind of like.
I think
they're
women in
kind
here
of-
would.
They could take a leave.
Ladies?
it.
Ladies?
There's some women who absolutely get off on it for sure, but I think the majority, I would safely say the majority could take a leave.
Could take or leave it. Okay. I'm not even gonna argue that.
I mean, I think men are the same way. Like, if you guys could get away with fucking without giving head, I think most of you all would be like, nah, I'm straight.
Do not speak. That's right. Goddamn shit. That's goddamn right. I like that. I like.
Maybe
that.
our audience is far more giving than I presume. My bad.
Clearly.
I apologize.
Clearly. All right. I do want to shift gears a little bit. I don't want to beat this to complete death.
Okay, that's fine.
But part of this was
We're all
brought
over
up.
the place today. Let's go.
That's what we are. That's the point. So this alpha beta male shit.
You were talking to the wrong person. You need to talk to two.
I hope two is watching, but it's not directed at two because he's not the only one that has this conversation.
Okay.
You mentioned it earlier. I'm not an alpha male.
I said I'm
Oh,
not
alpha female, excuse me.
Is what I said.
I'm not an alpha
and
female.
I actually watched an entire podcast where they were saying that there's no such thing as alpha females. Which I was just like, girl.
I would say there's no such thing as alpha or beta any fucking thing.
Oh. Two, where you at? Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
I think it's all a matter of perception.
Fair. I think that's totally
So some people would say an alpha male is. If you ask anybody what an alpha male is, most of the definitions don't match up, right? Because they're their own perceptions. I mean, there might be some things that overlap, but then there's always this divergence, right? Like, alpha male. He got to be able to fix a carburetor. Alpha male. He got to see that don't matter to you. That matters to some women though.
Alpha male, but
Yep.
okay.
Alpha male. He walks in the room and he just
Can
commands
you
the
pull up a definition of that?
commands the control of the room. Who the fuck? How can you even judge that?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is it's a very subjective thing, and it really the only time I see it ever used is to shoot somebody down that did something you didn't like. Not you personally,
I got it.
but
I got
yeah,
it.
that's all. That's some beta male
Okay,
shit.
an alpha male, a dominant male animal in a
Particular
particular
group.
group. A man tending to assume a dominant or domineering role. You can share it so they can see what I'm reading. We want to make sure everybody's on the same page.
That's a lot of buttons to click.
I know. All right, the dominant male animal in a particular group. A man tending to assume a dominant or domineering role in social or professional situations.
Now, I will say there are natural leaders.
Yes, I agree.
There are some people that are just natural born, bred, whatever is innate in them. They display this leadership.
Yes.
Does that not mean that in certain scenarios you would find them beta and?
Well, I think that's a very fair question. And I agree with you. I think there are situations where people they rise to the top and they're the leader.
Mm-hmm.
They're the one driving it. And there are other situations where you just follow along. I think that's totally fair. That was two with all that beta and male and
No, but it's not.
mechanic and
Hold on.
nail tech shit.
No, I mean, but sometimes a subordinate male in a particular group, yeah. So I mean, and all right. So I'll use myself as an example because who else? All right, beta male, a subordinate male animal in a particular group, a man tending to assume a passive or subservient role in social or professional situations. Now, there are some men that naturally fall to the back.
Oh, can we pull up Jamal's? Because he said...
Oh, Jesus, is he here?
He said something interesting. He said because the term is fluid doesn't
Right.
mean it doesn't apply. A leadership is alpha-dumb.
Dumb.
I assume mean like alpha by alpha.
No,
or
he's just saying,
like
no,
alpha
we're
male.
talking about alpha males.
Okay,
So,
be clear.
but it could be it. Could be that. What up, frat? 1106.
God. Why
So,
did I bring that
you
up?
brought it. Well, he did the 119. I had to do it. So, yeah, so what I'm saying is, right, like, so for example, if you put me in a particular group of my friends, I'm probably a little bit more of the alpha. I'm running this.
Ain't in the room?
I'm leading. I was just about to say this.
Okay.
I'm leading the presentation. I'm running the show. I'm probably the one making the plans. Blah 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 blah. Everybody's following my lead.
Right.
Now you put me in a room with a couple of my other boys. I'm probably more of the beta. I'm probably falling back because I know we all got huge personalities and that shit just don't. So I just let some folks run the way they need to run because they need that more than I need that.
Damn,
Right.
did you just...
I'm not saying that.
Pow, pow, pow?
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, right?
Okay, fair.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that they thrive off of that energy more than I do.
Okay.
So I'm cool with not. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, it's great to hand those keys over and let somebody else run the show, right? Shit, at home too. Sometimes I don't, and women say this all the time. I go work. I don't want to be doing that shit when I come home.
I'm definitely of that ilk. I do not want to be running shit when I get home.
I don't-
I got to, though, but...
Yeah, and I don't mind handling this, handling that, whatever. But sometimes I don't.
You want to take out that garbage?
No, well, not that type of shit. But
I don't know. You was willing
like
to give it up before.
I'm completely willing to hand over the financial keys. You're better at this shit than me. Do it. Give me my little fucking $5 a week allowance, and I'll make it work. Right?
Is that what Allison gives you?
I'm just
for
saying.
allowance?
My point is, I think this is fluid, as Jamal said.
pulling it out, yeah.
Yeah, and to say
What
you
did Eric say? I
always
missed
this,
it.
you can't.
lead if you
can't follow.
That's the big facts. I completely agree with that. Look, again, this is a two conversation.
I'm not. No, it's not just about two. I'm not
very
making it
into that.
about two. I'm not making it
No,
about
but
two.
I completely agree with you. I don't know if anybody is one of either. To your point, right? I think there are certain situations.
Well, hold on. I will say this.
Fuck.
There are some beta ass motherfuckers out there,
You just said.
but in all circumstances,
Okay, what's up? All circumstances.
they
based on-
always fall to the back. They never take leadership. They always kind of cowering in the corner. There are some dudes out
You
there
don't
like
think
that.
they ever step up? Never, not even when they playing Fortnite.
I don't know what they're doing when they playing Dungeons and Dragons or whatever they do with their little time. Maybe online when they behind the keyboard they get a little. But
Jennifer, I don't agree. I mean, I don't
What did Jen say?
disagree. But
I'm sorry.
Brian's whole thing was you gotta not like to do it for it to be submission. I like not running things at my house. Thus, it's not submission.
okay, maybe I'm a little harsh on that. Everything has to be you don't like. It.
Okay.
Maybe
see?
I'm bending on that a little bit.
Like I totally agree.
But
I
if-
would've
but
thought
if-
that it was submission too.
But if you don't want to fucking balance a checkbook and you throw that mug across the room, it's like, please go for it. That's not really submitting. That's the point. It's
But I
it's
think-
releasing some control a little bit, but it's control you want to release anyway.
Okay. I mean,
So that whole alpha beta, particularly male shit.
but why are y'all so? I realize you're not into it, so we gotta speak in generalities.
Mm.
But why are men so hung up on like being alpha or beta or sigma or gamma? Like, why? What's the hang up on that?
It's all about. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like, all right, and then we're gonna dive into my post I made
What post?
last week. I made a couple
Oh.
of them. But here's
Are we gonna talk about her?
no, fuck her. She ain't getting no shine. Women in general have a hard time telling the truth about their girls
Why do y'all keep saying that?
because it's facts. We've already litigated this, so we're not going backwards to that.
We
Men,
just have differing opinions.
fine. Men have a hard time. Listen, all I'm saying, I'm gonna give you this one example, Shontelle, and then we're gonna let this go.
Okay.
Most women will not say my girl is a slut trap hoe. Do not fuck with her.
That is a lie. Well, first of all, you're right. We won't say don't fuck with her.
Right.
But we'll definitely be like, that bitch is a hoe.
You won't.
Well,
tell us that.
okay.
You won't tell us that.
What the
They
fuck?
forgot it. That's not the point.
I think that's some bullshit.
That's
I
not
think
the
we
point.
would
That's not the point.
absolutely
Not your
like-
girl.
she
No,
was
you
like
won't.
a hoe.
Some girl in your circle, yes. Your girl.
Well,
You ain't
of course
divulging
not.
that.
I'm not gonna put her shit out there
Exactly.
like that. Absolutely.
Exactly my point.
You're not gonna tell your nigga. You're not gonna.
I absolutely will tell you
a
right
liar, because we've been out, and
Name-
I was like,
name-
"What about him?" And you
call
were
out-
like, "Don't ask me no questions. I don't know."
now. Call out one of my boys right now. I'll tell you if he a hoe or not.
You are a liar, Brian. We have been out, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, "What about this dude?" You like, "I don't want to get involved," and that's how I know, like, this a no.
That's right. That's
It's a
right.
no. It's
That's
a
right.
no.
That's my coach. Like, that's right. I'm not gonna sell him out, but I'm letting you know right
I
now.
can't tell you. Like,
You got to find out for yourself.
I don't know nothing about
I wouldn't
him.
say. I wouldn't suggest it though.
See, so y'all do this shit too. But no, you're right. If my girl's if it's my girl, well, wait a minute. I take that back. If it's you asking
Well,
me,
now,
and if it was my girl, then I would tell you, be like, that bitch a hoe, but you know,
but do you do?
do whatever you gonna do.
All right,
but
all
if
right.
it's somebody I don't know, then no, I'm not gonna put it
All
out
right.
on fucking front street.
Okay, I got you. My point for I'm just fucking around. My point for saying that was though, if you ask any man in this, fellas, I'm gonna give you the test right now, fellas. How many of y'all are beta males?
Who would acknowledge that?
That's my point.
Who would say, yes, I'm a beta?
That's exactly my point. So this whole debating who's an alpha, every man thinks he's an alpha male. That's the nature of being a man.
Yes.
Yeah, until Will Smith slap you on stage, then you realize you're a beta ass motherfucker.
But wait, there's a good segue. Was Chris Rock really being beta in that moment?
I would argue not.
I would agree.
Now, it wouldn't have been me. We'd have been
He
wrestling
said,
all.
I'm an Omega. That must be
That's got to be Dennis. Me and Will would have been wrestling all up in the band pit. Goddamn it! It would not have went down like that. But I do respect Chris's professionalism,
Right.
and he took it like a G, and he moved on. Now, some dudes are like, nah, fuck that. That's a beta male shit.
I'm with that. I would have fucked
Will
Smith up.
Even if he had fucked me up, he'd at least got stole on back.
I'd have fucked Will Smith up.
Now,
Fucked him up on that stage.
so my point is, we're not even gonna relitigate that. My point is, all men think they're alpha males. So then,
Damn, you would have stomped Will out.
that's
God
right.
damn.
They goddamn right. So then, the only time it becomes a course of conversation about the difference is really when you try to diss some other motherfucker. Even when you're not really trying to, you kind of trying, and it's fine. Or elevate your bar
Yeah.
while stepping on somebody else's
So are
back.
we saying that alpha isn't just like in this box. It actually has multi-layers. Like, it's not just about beating a nigga up and, you know, dominating the situation. Maybe it's like, I'm smarter than this. I'm going to sidestep you and let you take all the heat, and I'm just going to sit over here and be cool.
There have been many times in my older, wiser years that situations could have kicked off because some young pup was running their mouth or somebody was bucking up. And it's in my younger years, that's a challenge to my man, my dominance as a man, and it's got to go down. Now that I'm a little older, it's like, all right, man, you can do all that woofing all you want. Just don't touch me. And I'm going to keep it moving. And if you in behind me, but you ain't touching me, you really ain't on shit no way.
Fair.
That's beta shit to me. Now, somebody on the street might be like, he punked that nigga. That's a beta nigga. All depends on your perception.
That is, first of all, that's a very evolved way of thinking. And very smart.
Plus, I'm too little. Plus, I'm too little to be fighting. I wasn't
gonna call that out.
I'm little and pretty. I don't like all that rough
Not
shit.
Little and pretty. Put a 1 in the comments if you agree that Brian is little and pretty.
Dudes better not comment. I know that.
Absolutely. But let me see some ones if you agree that Brian is little and pretty. That's a bitch. Wait, why they gotta be a bitch? Damn.
I'm not even sure where it. Oh, he's talking about the nigga woofing.
Because it says Facebook user. I'm like, where?
That's got to be Dennis' ass.
Damn. 1 and yellow.
Michelle, I can't stand you, and
look at all these boys.
And I love you at the same time. See? Thank you.
I mean, you are cute. What can I say?
I do all right. Nobody mentioned my tan.
Because you don't have one.
You crazy?
I'm golden-y.
I'm a little brown. What, you crazy?
I'm going to say right now, I laid out for 7 hours.
Hey, let me tell y'all.
This golden-y brown.
So
up.
So Shontelle calls me. Was that Sunday? Sunday.
That was Sunday.
We on the phone. I'm like, I got some running. I told you, this show going to spiral all over the place. She like, hey, well, we can go do lunch, but I'm going to go to the beach, but it be so rocky. I hate Chicago beaches.
Is rocky.
I ain't going to be there but maybe an hour, and then we can go catch lunch. I was like, cool, hit me up. 4 hours later, this motherfucker calls me still on the beach. She was like, it wasn't so rocky.
Obviously, I should have stayed there because I'm like real. I'm not even light skinned no more.
A pretty little yellow man. All right, Kiana. We ain't gonna take this. We ain't gonna take this too far.
And I can even give you a whole one. He said a half.
He wasn't a half. The short part. He ain't gonna call me.
He ain't gonna call you cute. You are cute. Why can't men acknowledge when another man is attractive? I just don't understand.
Well, first of all, I'm never calling another man cute.
Why?
Never cute. That's not.
But you know what is meant by
babies are cute. Puppies are cute. I'm not calling another man cute.
Some men are just.
But I'm perfectly fine admitting that another man is attractive.
But men struggle with that, and I'm not about to broach another topic.
Why not? Shit, we got time.
Why do men struggle with that?
With admitting that another man is good looking?
Yes.
Because it has a connotation of being homosexual.
Just because you like that nigga is not ugly?
Just because you like him? See, there you fucked it up. I take it back.
I said because you like he's not an ugly man.
Oh, I see you say he's like not an ugly man.
He's not an ugly man.
Listen.
That don't mean you want to sleep with him. I see women who are beautiful all the time. I'm like, she's fucking gorgeous.
But we already established that you float the rail.
Nobody
that you float the rails. So.
No, wait a minute. So just so we all clear, the question was posed to me when we were doing the dating thing.
Mm-hmm.
Would I consider women?
Mm-hmm.
And I paused because I had never thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently now I'm lesbian because I paused.
I never said you were lesbian.
You did. Well, you didn't say I was lesbian.
I never
but
said
you were
that.
Like, aha,
that's
you
right.
date women.
Let me tell you why.
I never thought about
Ask
it.
me that question. Ask me that question right now.
I also
ask me that question.
Would you date women?
Fuck yes. Nice try though.
You said ask you the question.
No. In reverse. You know what the hell I meant.
All I'm saying is I never thought about it, and I took a second to think.
Mm-hmm. So that means you were open to the possibility.
Men have not been successful with me. You're a B. What's
Bye.
Bye. I don't know if I've never. Be clear, I've never been with a woman in any capacity. I've never made out with one. Mm-hmm. But my track record with men is really awful. So maybe I should consider women.
So Facts are. So hold on.
We can acknowledge that a
That's
man's
right.
nice looking, but
That's
you
right.
know, pretty.
Hey.
I mean, how many men you go around? He pretty. Women don't go around saying a man is pretty.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Unless it's a diss. Unless it's a diss, right?
I rarely say a man is pretty. Now I've said a man is gorgeous. I've said a man is beautiful, but pretty, I don't call men pretty.
Okay. Hold on. You getting off topic?
What topic are we going back to? Me being
We
lesbian,
oh,
or
that's
what
right.
we going back
That's
to?
the topic at the moment.
You see how we fucking all over the place.
That's
God,
what we said. We didn't have a.
damn.
We said we didn't have a fucking. I like them girls.
Them girls.
I like them girls, no doubt.
I never said I like girls.
You never said you didn't.
I also never thought about it
But then the fact that you're open to the possibility,
because men suck.
you can put that on us if you want to. Let me tell you what. Women are a handful. I get tired of you motherfuckers on a daily. Let me
All
tell you
I'm
where I'm
saying
never
is-
turning to. A dude.
All I'm saying is, men dating y'all is incredibly difficult.
Let's talk about that.
Perhaps a woman would be more willing to take this goldeny brown woman out. Show her a good time. Give her a reason to dress up. Just saying.
Ladies, the DM's open. So let's hold
So
on.
are lesbians born that way or byproducts of failed?
Both? Possible.
I would agree.
Both and?
No, they are born that way.
Yes, I believe that.
I'm joking to a level about
Yes,
my
I believe you are
ultimate
born the way you're born, but I think you were born to be open.
Maybe.
Don't work out.
Look,
I'm going
and
to
the thing
another
is,
city.
some people do discover things later in life. Maybe I am bisexual, and I just never knew because I never experienced a woman.
And
It's
there's-
all a huge possibility.
And there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter
Of
of fact,
course.
I think you should.
Just FYI, Brian wanted to do a show where I came on here and make out with a woman. Just FYI.
Why'd you give the fucking show away? That's still gonna
They
happen.
would bring viewers in.
Fair. So let me ask
Put a
this.
2 in the chat if you want to see me make out with
Hey,
a chick.
put a 2 in the chat if you want to see Shontelle make out with another girl. Please put a
On
2 in the
air.
chat. On air, live on air.
No,
Live on
Brian-
air.
Brian about to put a comment.
Put a 2 in the chat.
Y'all ain't shit.
Let's go.
These fucking two.
Let's go. Let's go.
All of y'all ain't shit. Wait, Kiana put like 4 2s.
Look, telling you
They
right
don't-
now. Dose. Look at them 2s. I was like, look at those 2s rated in.
Y'all suck.
Well, I double dog dare you. That's right.
Define date. Define date. You go out to do something outside of the house. You converse. You exchange ideas. That's a date, in my opinion. It doesn't necessarily have to be dinner. You can go sit in the park.
Oh, my boy Noble. I didn't even know he was in here. What up, boy?
22.
22 twos. That's right. Drop some Jay-Z
But
on it.
if we can get to 100 views, perhaps we can
Okay.
make that happen.
Okay.
Well, fuck that. If we need to get 1,000 views,
Let's
then we can maybe talk
let's-
about Shontelle making out with
let's
a chick on
let's
there.
crawl before we walk. All right.
No, fuck that. If we don't set the bar, let's set the bar.
For 1,000 live views. No, you gotta suck some titties or something. That's going down. There's gotta be some YouTube porn.
Well, no, I'm just.
I just want to.
I'm kidding.
Well,
After the day that the
hold on. So let's pivot just a little bit because this was part of the things. Look at the. I'm telling you, Tuesday. Look, Clyde Drexler 22. I see what you did there. That's my dog. All right, so
Y'all are so simple.
don't. It's women in there that said
All
don't.
of y'all. I was
Okay,
not
all right.
specific to anybody.
I'm just making sure we be very smooth. All right, so
Are you saying that you want me to show my titties or you want me to suck a titty? I just want to be clear.
both and?
Both and?
Can it be both and?
No, I'm
Can-
definitely not showing my titties on air.
That's too bad. How many views would that take?
I mean, we're at 47 right now.
Okay,
I don't know how many we'd get if I flashed right now.
Not right now. If we know we had to. We have to preface it with at the 2 minute and 60-second mark we
I
gonna
don't give a
get.
fuck if we have 1 million views. I'm not showing my titties.
Aw, boo.
Sorry, not sorry.
Look, Rico said just show me personally. In private.
Say what?
Show me just in private.
My titties aren't that great. They look like titties. It is what it is.
Titties are
It's a
awesome. I
damn
don't
brown
know.
nipple. Like, who cares?
That's the best part.
Let us be the judge. Let's be the judge of that.
The best part is the brown
It's the brown nipple.
What makes titties good?
Are they bump like? Is it bumpy? Are they
Like,
is it a
what-
large areola
what
or
is
is it
this question?
is it like a small like?
What do you consider
Do you
large?
have little nipples? You tell me. I'm
I
asking you.
don't know.
You know if you think
Well,
your
I do
areolas
know-
are large or small.
Well, no. Well, okay, so
You've seen other titties.
I
you
would
know.
imagine like a large areola would be like this, that's taking up a lot of surface area. I would say mine are not.
What would
Now,
you say?
when I was pregnant, the motherfuckers was like
Yeah,
totally
right,
ellipsed
right,
my
right.
fucking boob, but
Yeah.
yes, no,
So
but they're not little either.
they're medium.
I guess, sure.
Okay. Are they bumpy?
I don't know what you mean by bumpy.
Do they have little bumps on them, motherfuckers?
I mean, when they're not erect, sure.
The bumps go away when they're erect.
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know anybody who's seen my titties out in the comments want to comment. I don't know. Seen a
boo,
bad wreck.
I almost never seen
Well,
a bad
what's
wreck.
a bad wreck? That's my question.
I don't know. If the baby's done sucked on them enough, sometimes them
I
joints
breastfed,
get sag.
so
Nah, I
that
said
is
enough.
also
If you
there.
got 5 kids and breastfed them all, they probably a little on the.
One.
I'm not you. You asked it with a.
But what makes bad titties? Because mine do not sit up. They do not sit up like they did at 20.
Whose does?
I actually know a woman who had a baby. She's almost 50, and her shit still sits like,
I mean,
damn, I don't know what the fuck.
She's a mutant.
What deal she made with the devil.
Nah,
God
she's,
damn, I want
she's Wolverine. That's not what it is. Fuck you gonna do that. Her titties regenerate. What do you go? That's what we're not.
So do men aren't bothered by like saggy titties? It's women that are bothered by saggy titties.
I think that's more a you thing.
Is there
Now-
a level of sag that you all are just like, nah, I'm straight?
I mean, if they touching your knees, and that's probably a problem.
Does it need? What if it's
But-
like down here somewhere? Is that too much? Like
Like
in
so,
your belly?
the,
Like at the belly button? Is that too far?
yeah, that's probably too far.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
probably
it may
too
make
far.
it easier for you to suck if you like laying down and she don't.
I mean, if I gotta prop him up with my elbow and suck him like this, I'd pass. Thank you. It's too much work. I gotta get a jack. Hey, B, I gotta get a jack in my car. I gotta get a jack in my car and jack them bitches up so I can suck them. Nah, I think I pass on that.
But some women suffer from that.
Well, they can-
Gravity will get them.
They can suffer.
Gravity will get
Look at
mine
Kiana. I just
too.
said I'm not doing that. I'm not propping them up. Listen, that's fine, and you will find a man that does not
Some men don't care.
don't care. I'm not that guy.
So what's too saggy for the men in the comment? Oh, women too. Maybe some of y'all like titties. I don't know. What did he say? Could put it up on the screen. Those are.
Okay, that's right. Orangutan.
Is that when you down to your knees? Absolutely. That's kind of intense. But I think a lot of women do suffer from their breasts being at like their belly button. What?
Michelle said I just checked my. She's like, how far do they go?
I mean, I know how far mine go. Then that's my belly button.
Oh, then you winning,
Is that so?
I guess. But hold on, let's
You
downshift.
guess, nigga? Like, you set the standard, apparently.
I don't set anything. I just asked the question.
All right, what's the next question?
So you already talked about it.
Hmm?
You kind of already touched on it, and
Okay.
then we spun off into your breasts, which seemed to be an interesting topic for most.
Apparently, people are excited about my breasts.
People are
You
excited.
should be. They're fucking fabulous. But
Well,
anyway.
they're real and they're fabulous. Did you ever
They
watch
are
Seinfeld?
real.
You remember that?
No, I did not watch Seinfeld.
Anyway,
That was not
well,
my
that was
jam.
lost over your shit. So dating,
Yes.
you touched on it.
Oh, dear God, yes.
No, summer dating do's and don'ts.
I ain't got no advice for that.
Because it's already in the summer. You've
I don't
already
need
bronzed.
advice.
You've already got your Bo Derek going on. You got some advice for the people. You can give the men some
don't
advice.
have any. Here's the advice that I give men, Ray.
Summer, particularly.
This is in general.
No. Summer, particularly.
I
Okay, go ahead. Let me see what you're going to say.
Look, we have got to figure out a way for men not to be admiring women from across the room and never approaching them. I sat at a party where there were more women than men in the room, and all the men were huddled in a corner and didn't say anything to the women.
Was this
Now,
at a 6th grade snowball dance?
it was absolutely not. But my point is, like, I don't know what happened. And I actually talked about this on I Said What I Said. Shout out to Herb and 2.
Herb and 2.
who
Monday,
are
Wednesday,
on
Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
1 to
from
3.
1 to 3 every week. They be on time. Unless it's a holiday, then they like, fuck y'all. But anywho.
Who ain't like fuck y'all on a holiday?
What I'm saying is, like, I sat in the room and just watched these men not saying anything. Now, maybe none of the men found any of the women attractive.
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
Which it was a possibility, but I was in the fucking room, so clearly somebody found me attractive. But
This is perhaps the most arrogant I've ever heard. A tan and some braids have done your confidence wonders. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, girl.
But am I lying, though, is the question.
Depends on who
Put
you
a
ask.
3 in the comments if I'm lying. If I'm a whole lie, 3 in the comments.
Nobody's going
I'll take that. That's fine. Somebody will put a 3. Where they at? Where they at?
Girl, would you continue with the story, please?
But my point is, like, we got to start approaching these women. And I understand that we went through Me Too, and women will curse your ass out and be like, fuck you, nigga, blah, blah. Like, I get all that. But unless you only going to find a woman if you approach them. That's just what it is. So that would be my suggestion.
So you're saying,
Yes.
currently, men
Maybe
are...
they were gay, perhaps they were.
Men are not approaching women
That's what I see.
in social circles.
I sat in a whole house picnic. It was 1 million fucking people.
And?
Nobody said a word.
To you particularly.
I mean, I can only speak from my perspective.
Nah,
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. I did have one dude who gave me water and edibles. And I told him I would come back, and then I got too high, and I did not. But
See, he made the
was
effort, and look
assertive enough.
what happened.
That was my fault, though.
His water and edibles
That
got
was
jacked.
my fault. And he was cute, too. I totally should have went back.
And whose fault? Well,
That was my fault.
he's got to eat that now, though, right? He's got to eat that.
I mean,
Deep down, he got to say, I got played for my water and my edibles. This is bullshit.
I mean, he lost $1 and some edibles.
It's not the
How
point.
often was he doing that?
I'm not passing out my edibles to any old body, but
But I'm super cute.
fair. You were on one tonight. So
I think men
So you're saying
nowadays
because-
want to be approached. I don't disagree with that. It's probably a safer space for them. Because then they don't have to get yelled at when you are outnumbered. We wait for who wants us. We don't want to be picked
So
on.
I will say
And
this.
that's the problem with the dating game, right? That they didn't want to come on because they didn't want to come on because they didn't want to not be picked.
Why can't the women step up?
I feel like women do. Maybe not in like huge droves, but I think women have. And I had a whole conversation with Herb and Two. Again, shout out to them. Where that's what Two said, that women have to now step up and be the ones to like broach the conversation. Like, hey, you cute. What you think about me? Let's go do something. And you talked about that.
Here's where I'll push back. And that it's not even a real pushback. It's a divergent path. And speaking of Herb and Two on the show, me and Herb agreed with this when he said this the other day. I think particularly when men get of a certain age,
Okay.
they're not just randomly shooting shots. You can't just be fine and walk by me, I'm going to grab you. Now, some dudes, yes. Men of a certain age and a certain social status, I'll say. I'll say it like that. Are not just going to randomly grab you at the house picnic, grab you, hey, girl, you cute, come here, let me talk to you. It's not what we do.
So what do?
What happens is you're in a familiar setting, a set of situations, a house party, a friend's backyard barbecue, whatever the case may be. It's not some large club or gathering or whatever. And we wind up in each other's space.
Okay.
And then I catch the vibe, you catch the vibe, we're having a conversation. I say, okay, she's more than just a pretty face and some boobs, right? She got something else going on. There's a chemistry here. There's an electricity. She laughed at my dumb jokes. I thought what she said was kind of witty, blah, 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 blah. And then you kind of go in and you move towards, hey, we should, mind if I get your number? Maybe we should hang out, blah, blah. The random just spray the club, that's 20-year-old shit.
But how do you know?
How do you know what?
Like if you, like for instance, right? This morning, I cycle. Like not like in a stationary bike, but I actually go out and cycle. And this guy, I guess he saw I was taking like a break. So he came over. Cyclists are like super nice. But he came over and was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And then we ended up talking on the way back. And then he ended up, now I think he actually did it on purpose, but he ended up finding me as I was riding home and asked me for my number.
Okay.
So I don't know what I said in like the 3 seconds that I talked to him that would make him think like, she's more than titties and some good looks.
You carried a 3-minute conversation.
I mean, I didn't talk shit.
And probably didn't curse and probably didn't mention the city girls.
What I did was, so he was like, how did you lap? Because I did lap him. He's like, how did you lap me? I was like, because you're pedaling too slow.
See? That's cute. I can take that. That shows a little wit, a little something. Can talk a little shit, but not in an aggressive way.
Absolutely.
This is what I'm saying. So he's like, okay, she got this. Okay, that's cute. All right. You were like, nigga, I don't know shit. Maybe your bike sucks. And he'd be like, all right, that ain't
We
really
had
what.
like the same brands. I couldn't talk shit about his bike.
Whatever the case may be, what I'm saying is,
I get it.
you didn't, there was no.
It was no turn off. It was something cute and witty.
Cute, witty, cool. That's all. I'm not saying you gotta. We don't have to talk about War and Peace at the fireplace while we smoke pipes and shit. I'm not saying that, but it only takes a little bit. It only takes a little bit.
But you can do that at the house picnic too. You can say like, hey, and if she says like,
how do I stop you in the middle of the house picnic with 1,000 people walking around?
It's super easy. At one point,
No,
like, I was standing there and still like there was no place for me to go.
I'm being facetious. I know it can be done, but
you just
so
stop.
you stop. How many of your girls were around?
I was with 7 women.
7 women.
Yes.
So I got to traverse 7 women to get to you.
So what? If anything, that's gonna show me your ass really, really, really is about it. That you're not intimidated by who I'm around. Because if I have to be alone for you to approach me, then you are a beta.
Not alone. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
3,000 people and be like, I want her. I don't give a fuck who's around her. I'm gonna say something to her.
We shoot our shot too early.
Yeah.
You shoot your shot too early. How can you shoot your shot too early? You see me.
Because if you got the house picnic, it's 50,000 people. You might be fine today, right now, but it might be super fine walking past in 10 minutes.
Does that mean that
means I'm not
my
shooting,
finest
so I know
is
exactly what I'm shooting at? Because if your friends see me shoot at her, and then she rejects me, and then I come over here to shoot at you, ain't no shot.
Wait, what?
If I go shoot a shot at a girl over here, your friends see me, then when I walk back over to come holler at you, they gonna tell you.
That's big facts. Yes, I want to be special. 1,000%.
So we want to make sure.
Here's what hit.
So he was said. He want to make sure the bullet is appropriate.
Here's where hood niggas got you. White collar niggas beat.
Because they don't give a fuck. Because they don't give a fuck.
Yes,
they don't.
They are shooting their shot. All
they
the
absolutely could not care less.
I was walking down the street at a fucking gas station at 67. This nigga was like, "You fine as hell."
That's right. That's right. How many of them you hooking up with?
That's not the point.
That is exactly the point.
Look, I'm very clear on the purpose of hood niggas. They are to feed my ego, not to date. Not to date. No.
All right, so that's your summer advice. Brothers got to step up more.
Yeah, just like we need to make this fun again. Like it feels like dating is just so. It's so complicated and so hard. It should just be fun. If you don't take your advances, cool. Who cares? It should just totally be fun. I want to have fun. I want to go on fun dates. Maybe it'll turn into a relationship. Maybe it won't. But just let's make the shit fucking fun again.
All right, so that's a two-way street.
No, look. I realize women can be tough.
I'm not even talking about on the initial approach. I'm talking about in general. That's a two-way street.
Women can be tough.
Okay, making sure we're on the same page.
But we need to it just need to be fun. If you come to her fun, maybe she'll come to you fun. Maybe she won't. I don't know. But, like, if a nigga approach me weird, I don't make that all men. I don't. Like, that nigga's weird. That don't mean I'm gonna be a bitch. And I realize some women do, right? Because at some point I told Tu this, like, if you go out and if 30 or 10 men hit on you and 7 of them are aggressive, then that's your perception of men. Mm-hmm. That they're all aggressive.
Facts.
But yeah, like
your perception is your reality.
Yeah. So if you just make the shit fun again, just bitch, you cute. I know I'm cute. Thank you.
Wait, so I'm supposed to go up to a girl at the house and be like, bitch, you cute.
I wouldn't advise that, but I'm just saying. Like,
I get you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Like, I was walking through the house picnic, and this dude, now, I know most of you all haven't seen me actually walk in real life, but apparently I have quite the walk. So I'm walking through the house picnic, and this nigga was like, God damn, where you walking to? Where you going? I was like, I'm just going to my tent. Honey, thanks. It's be cute. Like, it's fun.
So, house picnic, did you enjoy it?
Let me add some context to this, right? So I am not a festival person. I do not like being out in the sun for 12 and 14 hours. That is not my jam. So I've avoided the house picnic all this time until this year. I had an absolute blast.
Wait, this was your first time?
This was my very first time.
You were a house picnic virgin.
And I was a little salty that I ran into you 5 times. But
why were you salty about that?
Because I'm like, it was like 30 other people like that was there that I wanted to see, but I ran into somebody I see every week at the house picnic. Like,
That's how it happens.
And it wasn't even intentional. I was literally walking down the aisle and fucking Brian standing there. This was the craziest shit.
You were blessed and highly favored that day.
Clearly. But yeah, I had so much fun. Like, I thought it would be annoying to listen to do for a long time. It was actually super fun. It was fun to see people. Like, I saw a teacher that I hadn't saw since I graduated high school. So
I hope they weren't an English teacher.
No, well, he was actually, he was never my teacher.
She missed that. That went over her head.
Funny, it did. But that's that boy in education rearing his head. But I had so much fun. I just saw people. I saw you. I saw an ex that was cool. Like, I hung out with my girls. I danced. It was so much fun. I absolutely want to do it again next year. And I have a whole plan and like a thing that I want to do next year. Since I have a house that's super close to the house picnic. So I want to do a whole thing.
Oh, you want? Okay.
Next year.
After party.
You said what next year?
They're moving it next year.
To where? I mean, they're going to have to. To Full Fest?
Yeah, but no. That was my next question, B.
Full
Full
Fest.
Fest.
So it was very interesting to go to Full Fest, right? Because
I don't know if everybody knows what Full Fest is, by the way.
Oh, so shout out to Mila Marshall, who hosted her very first festival this year. And it was a very cool event. It had
which is I just gotta say that. I didn't make it by I get to house picnic and I pop edibles and drink and I'm hard to move. So my apologies to Mila for not being there. Sean represented us.
Absolutely.
But to put on your own festival
huge.
is huge.
It's fucking huge. So she did it at the Eden Natural, and it has some other words, but it's over by Fuller Park. Beautiful space. Like, I didn't know what to expect when I got there, but it's an absolutely beautiful space. It has natural greenery that grows there. It has an open space, a gazebo. Like, I totally see the vision of what she's trying to accomplish. There's other parts which she wanted to talk to us about where there's like a stage for us to maybe host events there. It is such, really her goal was to show people what Eden Natural, and Brian,
Yes.
help me with the full name. Eden
Natural Center.
Eden Natural Center. Just a beautiful, beautiful space. You can have a wedding there. You can have parties there. Just an amazing space. And it was very interesting to see the genesis of a fest, right? Like, I initially thought about, like, house picnic. Like, it started off with friends who wanted to sit in a park and have a party.
That's exactly
and now
right.
it's turned into 1 million people standing in the middle of Hayes Park having an event. So I was just so proud of her. I know she's super proud of herself. Herb and Two were there. Shout out to I Said What I Said podcast. You know, that was just, it was really surrounded by people who love her and want to see her pull this forward. And she has a lot of ideas how to make this bigger and better next year. So it was really an amazing event to see.
That's what's up. I'm salty at myself I didn't get over there.
And you all should definitely make it next year. It's going to be a 2-day event next year. So shout out to her.
Yeah, no doubt.
And shout out to Brian for the tour. Yes, and Brian Gorman was there providing the sounds, correct?
Sounds, the DJs, the tents.
All that.
And it was just so cool to see. Like, at one point, I don't know if C Black is in here. Shout out to Jakari. His daughter was one of the
One of the DJs.
which was amazing to see.
Yeah.
This. I don't know how old she was. I assume she was like 16
It's-
or 15 years
She's 15,
old.
I think. Yeah.
And she was fucking DJing, and she was fucking amazing.
DJ R.
Just
Yeah.
amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it was everything.
I love it. I love it. Cause shouts out, Milan. I will see you at the game tomorrow. If you're not in and out, shouts out to you. House music picnic. People, here's my thing on the house music picnic. So I have been going. I don't remember when I wasn't going. I don't. Frankly, I cannot remember. I'm sure I wasn't there for the first one, but I'm sure I was there maybe 2 years later. Is it the same?
Obviously not.
No. Is it better in some ways? Absolutely. House music picnic, even if you're not into house music, is a family reunion.
Absolutely.
You run into, and particularly this year, when you haven't seen folks in 2 years, 3 years, whatever it was, maybe since the last house music picnic, to be out there and be able to see folks and hug folks and touch folks and just be around us.
And you drunk and high, so it's even elevated.
And here's the thing, it's funny. So my boy posted this shit today about it's funny to be the same age as old folks.
Shout out to Jamal. I saw that post.
Shit, Jamal, he stole that from my boy Mike Gully, I think, who I saw from first. But it's so true. Like, y'all already know, I'm no shame in this. I'll be 50 in September.
Whoop, whoop.
Parties, y'all party. We getting it.
Are they all invited?
Everybody's invited. Fuck that.
Fuck it,
The world
let's
is invited.
go.
Are you crazy? So, people my age in general, not all of them, particularly my class of 90 fucking folks, we fucking young. But a lot of my folks are just old and move slow, and it's like, yeah, we go out and we sleep at 4. It's like, I don't want to fuck with you old motherfuckers.
God
Even though you my
damn.
age, right?
Damn.
But I can't really rock with you 30-year-olds either. Y'all too much. So I don't know. I'm in this weird, like, trying to find my sweet spot of folks. And the house music picnic is my sweet spot of folks that want to kick it and boom, and still moving around and getting it and barbecuing and drinking and dancing and just, it's my sweet spot. It is completely my favorite day of the year outside of my birthday. My complete favorite day of the year. And so everybody I saw, love seeing you. Hope to see you again next year. I will always give those brothers kudos for that. It's not always perfect. It's not always.
I disagree. I think it was perfect. I mean, because you.
This is your first year. I'm saying it's not all. It was fine this year. There was a couple of
but it
sound
was-
issues,
Well,
but that always
I mean, yeah,
happens.
I mean, it's hard to like.
Yeah. I'm not dissing
sound
it.
that- and that
I'm
kind of
I'm not dissing it. They even have speakers in the back this year, which I love, because sometimes you in the back and you can't even really hear
Can't hear
shit.
shit. Mhm.
So I love what they do. I love the show they put on. I love what they produce, and if they make $1 million each, I support that, because it's a product we want. And if they making money off of it, I hate that motherfuckers diss them trying to make. I remember it was free, but I also remember when that hat would pass around, and your broke ass wouldn't put no motherfucking money in it when they was trying to pay for the fucking sound and all that shit all
I
them
would
years.
say $80 is a little intense.
Don't wait until the day
to
of.
fucking go.
Don't wait till the day of.
That shit was intense.
Don't wait till the day of.
$80.
Don't wait until the day of.
Fair. That's a completely fair push. I'm just like.
If you wait till the day of and you want to get
It is what it
Lollapalooza,
is,
guess what you paying?
Fair.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
That's all I'm
But
saying.
no, a house picnic was amazing. I definitely want to do next year. And I will say, like, we really push back on black people being, like, selfish and just, we are not together. Like, the house picnic was, everybody was together. Like, I got nothing but, you want to come and have some food, you want to come and have some drink, you want to come and have some weed, you want to come and have some edibles. Everybody was like, come to my
It's
tent, I will
a
hook you
love
up.
fest.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute love fest. And it's a little bit of everybody.
It's a little hood.
And that's
a little
fine.
bougie.
It's a little bougie. It's
A little in the middle.
little bit of everybody. And I love that.
CEOs. It's everybody.
I love that.
Amazing.
Love that. But anyway,
I'm really sad I missed it all these years.
I'm glad you are now turned on to it.
Yes, I am.
What are you looking forward to for the rest of the summer?
Oh my God, I'm ready. I really want some rest. I'm fucking tired of you all.
Oh, you're making me have fun. Why y'all have me out having a good time, enjoying my
I
life?
realize we have not talked to our audience, but I'm a complete and total recluse. I stay in the house with my baby or not with her, and I lay in the bed. But, we still got Silver Room block parties coming
Still
up
got
in 2
Silver Room.
weeks.
Mhm.
So that should be a good time. I don't know what, like, he hasn't done a very good job at explaining, like, what it's going to be. Do we need to bring chairs? Like, is it going to be like Silver Room party? We just
Right now,
stand there?
they're not supposed to be chairs, but we'll see how that turns out.
Okay, but I'm looking forward to that. And then just like the rest of the festival, the Rib Fest. I'm going to North Carolina in a couple of weeks, so for Conclave, shout out to the Qs. That's gonna be fun.
Oh shit! Who you going with, Jennifer?
Yes!
Oh Jesus, that's a
She
horrible.
goes a party there every year.
Oh, that's wow. Okay, good luck.
What's wrong with the Qs? Like,
No.
look,
I listen. I have said this on air, and I will say it again. If I had not been an alpha, and I'd
You'd
been
been a
anything
Q?
else, Q would have been a shit.
Look, I fucks with alphas hard.
I rocks with the Qs.
906, like I fucks with alphas hard. Everybody I've ever dated that was Greek was Q. I mean, alpha. Sorry, apologies. But I'm looking forward to hanging out with the Qs.
No. It's not the Qs I'm worried about.
What are you worried about?
Hanging
Q?
with Jennifer. Jesus, fucking crazy.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, you tell me the stories when you get back.
She is fucking. She's tame.
Okay.
It's 8:30.
I know it's time for us to
Brian is
wrap.
over us.
It's time for us to wrap. So I am looking forward to Silver Room block parties. Again, support black people that did shit for free forever, trying to make a couple dollars. I ain't mad at that. Black boat scene.
What is that? Can I get in it?
You got a boat?
Nigga, you do. Shit, I could be on your boat. Oh, I'm sorry, he does not have a boat.
Thank you.
Sorry, my bad.
Black Boat Scene. If you need to charter something, you might want to get on that right now.
Oh, C in Black have a charter.
C in Black. That's right. Charlotte and Jakari, if you know them.
Yeah.
They have a boat you could charter. I'm sure it's booked with Black Boat Scene. But if you want to get out there on the water anytime, support black business, do that shit. My girl Erica Ilian, also behind her, she charters boats and jet skis and all other types of shit. In closing,
What is wrong with you?
in closing, everybody still wants to see your titties. I am.
Because the two was whether they want to see me suck a titty or show my titties. That was not clear.
It doesn't matter.
So apparently, either or is fine.
Titties were in the equation. This was a good show.
You think so? Did you guys think it was a good show?
I mean,
put a yes in the chat if you think it was good.
Right here. This says it all.
This is
This
my
was
first
my
show.
first show.
Oh, thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. Maybe we got to stop being so structured.
No. No. I mean, unstructured is good, but I think there's something to, being prepared and having guests. But
Agreed.
our favorite shows are always when it's just me and you, and we just, talk shit and enjoy and let the people enjoy our witty banter.
Exactly. Hey, y'all, so get out. Hey, listen, it's still summertime shy. I didn't even get to give you my dating advice for the summer. I'm going to say that for next show. That's all right. I'm going to say it for next show because we had time. And we made B run over last time. So,
He's like, I'm fucking sick of y'all.
That's what we do. So next week, right back here, same bad time, same bad channel, 7:10 p.m. Central Time. Right here.
Early today.
We were a little early today. Go to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. If you like this on my page, click follow for when I go live. I really only go live when I do the show, so you will not see me posed on the boat in a bikini spinning around. Like,
why not? I'm so loving this idea.
Maybe I will, but
Yes!
but click it so you know when we go live. Go to our YouTube channel. It's It Is On Podcast. We really appreciate you guys supporting us. Real quick, I did not even shout out our sponsor tonight, so I'm gonna have to do it again next week. My bad, I lost track.
Sponsor?
It's all right. So Sippin' S'mores is having an adult camping trip the Labor Day weekend, the Saturday to the Monday. And when I say adults, don't try to sneak your kids in. That's not happening. You can bring your own tent. There are cabins, full showers. Every meal is included. There's canoeing. There's kickball. There's flag football. There are lake dance parties. We will have an adult conversation, much like a podcast, hosted by Tequila Tales. Craig Elliott is DJing. Joe Collins is DJing. We'll have karaoke. We'll have a comedy show. We'll have late night movie night karaoke with Prince, Purple Rain, and The Wiz. It is a great time. It's our second year doing it. Last year was amazing.
And B will be there.
It's my birthday weekend.
Hey!
Not my official birthday party, but it is my official birthday weekend. Go to www.sippinsmores, SMORES.com. Check out the details. It's maybe a 2-hour drive from Chicago, depending on where you live. You can, like I said, you can glamp, you can straight camp, you can bring your own grill, do whatever you want to do. We got liquor sponsored by a couple of folks coming. Trust me, we had a ball last year. We gonna do even bigger this year. So, see you all next week. Next week, what do you think? Should we do the Greek conversation next week?
Oh my God, please! Because somebody actually asked us to talk about that. They were like, "I absolutely want to understand that."
We kind of put that on the back burner because we have some other things going on. So next week we will circle back and we will do people that pledged at 40 plus. We'll have some dissenters. We'll have some supporters. We'll have a conversation about it.
And if you want to be on, definitely hit up B.
If you're over 40 and you pledged, holla at your boy. We'll even bring people on virtually. Have maybe a call in.
Hey.
We'll expand what we do. All right, y'all. Hey, happy Wednesday. Get outside, enjoy yourself. We'll talk to you next week.